Hello, my name is Marcia Johnson and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Together with my grandnieces and nephew, Allie, Ashley, and Ryan, we are Marcia's Crafts. Today I have this Best Catch masculine card to make. I think it would be good for Father's Day or a birthday. Anyway, to make this card you will need Best Catch stamp set. You will need the Catch of the Day Framelits, and you would use the fisherman, the grass, and the fish. You also need layering ovals Framelits, and you would use the smallest one and then next to the smallest one of the regular ovals, and the Seaside embossing folder. Okay, let's get started. First, we'll be doing some stamping and some embossing after, and big shot work after that. But here, this is the inside of our card, and this is the small crumb cake piece. So we'll be using one shade of ink, just early espresso, and we'll stamp the fisherman. You can make multiple cards. I did a video on how to use the Stamparatus to easily stamp multiples of these, and you could take a look at it. The supplies and necessary equipment and the dimensions will be listed below. Here I'm going to say, "It's your day." We'll stamp the fish. And the envelope and the inside of the card will be stamping using this little hook thing. This is the inside of the card. I'm just going to stamp it in the lower left-hand corner. And then on the envelope, I'm going to do the same thing down in the lower left-hand corner. And I think that's all of our stamping. Next, we'll be doing some big shot work. The first thing we would do probably is to take our larger piece of crumb cake and stick it in the embossing folder. Put that through the big shot. And I should have one already done here. Okay, that's what it would look like. And then we'll take our other images and put the dies on, and I would tape them down with some Post-it notes or some easily removable tape, and put the small oval around "It's Your Day." Then we have another piece of Cajun Craze. Put the larger oval on that. And then I would cut out two of these rushes or whatever they are in Old Olive. And through the miracle of YouTube, we've already got that done. There you go. And next we have some coloring to do. So let me start with the soft suede dark, and I'm just going to color in the rushes. I did this one already, and I'm going to do this other one. And all I do is color this part. And then on the other side, do the same thing. There we go. And that's all for that color. Also, I would take my snips. Two of these together seemed a little large to me, so I took my snips and just cut along this bunch of leaves to the bottom. Just took a little bit of that off, not much. Probably could leave it on, but I liked it better without it, so there's that. And then the other thing to color is the fish. And the way I did the fish was I started and colored all the part I was going to color green in light Old Olive. So that was around his eye here, or this part surrounding his eye actually. I colored in Old Olive. All of his fins. Then I took a little bit of the light Cajun Craze, and I just gave him a little touch of it at the base of his tail. We'll use that again in a minute. And took the dark Old Olive, and wherever I thought there needed some shading, I just went with the dark Old Olive, like down his belly part here, a little bit on his tail, just to give it a little dimension, and this part here, which is darker, and then at the base of all of his fins, I just put a little bit of the Old Olive Dark. Okay. Then again, I go over it with little round circular motion and just blend everything in with the light Old Olive. Then finally, I finish up with the light Cajun Craze, and trying to don't color in his eye. I go around his eye, color in the rest of that little mask around his eye. Then I colored in this area on the back. This little area at the underside of his tail. And that's pretty much my fish. I'll bring him up a little closer. Hopefully you can see him a little better. And that's that. And now it's time to assemble. So we'll take our Early Espresso card base, and I will put the very vanilla piece on the inside with some glue. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to take this embossed Crumb Cake and put it on the front of my Cajun Craze layer. Put that on the front of my card. Now I'm going to take the little fisherman guy and stick him up at the top left-hand corner. I can have him tilted back a little bit and have the fishing line near the top. Then I'm going to take my little rushes, and the small one that I trimmed off, I'm going to put on top of the other one. A little glue down there, just at the bottom. I don't mind that they kind of fan out at the top. And I'm going to just make sure that bottom rush kind of goes in front. I'm going to take my Cajun Craze oval and put my Crumb Cake oval on top of it. And I'm going to glue the Cajun Craze layer to my rushes. Turn them over and put them on dimensionals, or put dimensionals on the back. And again, I'm just putting the dimensionals at the bottom mostly and let the top kind of fan out. Then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of my fish, and I'm going to avoid this little fin area because I'm going to let that pop out the front. So maybe one here, one on his tail, and one back here behind that fin. Pull off our dimensionals, put this down here in the bottom left corner, and then put my little fish right over here, kind of like he's jumping up in the air. Just pull that little fin out just to give it a little dimension. And that's our card. Here's the original. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you make one of your own. If you would like to buy any of these products, they're available at marciascrafts.stampinup.net. We would love your business. We would love a thumbs up if you like the card, and maybe you could subscribe, and maybe you could have a great rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by. See you soon, I hope. Bye-bye.